Well, hello there, Leo. It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are just asking Spirit, what do you need to know at this time? So we'll just see what comes out. We're going to start with the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for some more details about obstacles on your path or areas of resistance. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibility and overcoming obstacles. Oh my goodness. This is just kind of like, almost like, wow. This is, how do I explain that energy? It's almost as if, poof, everything and all the obstacles are gone. It's like poof, all of a sudden. Yeah, it's kind of like the path is suddenly clear for you. And it's kind of like, it's not because you haven't been working so hard, Leo. It's almost as if you've been working so hard that you haven't, it's almost as if, you know, like you've had so much going on or something, like you've just been putting out fires, or you've been working really diligently on something, and you have your head down and you're just working, right? And then all of a sudden you lift your head and you realize, oh my goodness, it's all falling into place for me, right? But it's really, it's kind of like an overnight success. You know, you hear about people like singers and maybe actresses or something like that. So they have an overnight success. They're discovered, right? But what people don't realize is that they've been toiling for like 10, 15 years, you know, since, you know, playing the guitar or practicing their singing, playing in, you know, little bars and stuff like that, you know, just doing any gig they can. And then all of a sudden they're at the right place at the right time. That's what luck is, you know, putting in all of the work and being at the right place at the right time. Well, that's the energy that you have here. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes. True love, taking steps towards what it is that you really want for yourself. I feel like it's almost as if you've had a lot of obstacles on your path lately, especially things that like were out of your control, you know, like it could be you had a family member that was ill that you had to take care of, or, you know, you had some busted pipes in your house or something and you had to take care of that, put money towards fixing that or something. It's almost like you've had a lot going on that was a little bit out of your control, right? And you just had to kind of like put your head down and kind of get through a difficult time. Okay, all of a sudden what you're going to recognize is that there's no more obstacles, like they're all gone. So there's, you know, no more busted pipes, there's no, you know, sick friends or sick family members. It's just, yes, you're moving forward. Wow, oh my goodness. Yeah, you're dropping the burdens. Look at this. You have the 10 of Wands. Dropping the burdens of what you have been dealing with, okay? Truly, the path is clear for you. There's a new offer that's coming in. Something that I think you've known all along. I just have to keep working. You know, like, once again, you could be a singer, you know, or you've been toiling at your own business or something like that. Just working diligently, putting in the time, being consistent, showing up every day, right? And it's kind of like you haven't seen the results. In fact, there could be kind of like, oh my goodness, you know, something else has come up now. I have to take care of that or whatever. But here's the thing. All along, you've been manifesting this, moving, seeing the victory, the progress that you are wanting. And I think all along you knew it. You knew it. I think that's one of the reasons, you know, you just believed that if I just keep showing up, this is going to take off one day. Yeah. And I feel like there has been like a lot of competition, but your confidence in yourself, you know, the Ace of Wands, your confidence in yourself has helped you to overcome any of the burdens of, you know, competition. I think part of it is that one of the reasons, if this is especially kind of like where you feel like you have had to compete in some type of like work situation, or say you're launching your own YouTube channel or something like that, or your own business, or competing even in the area of romance or something like that. One of the reasons that you spent so much time on this is that it was also helping you to heal yourself within your own self, right? Looking inwards as far as loving what you see about yourself. For some of you, you could have said, I'm not quitting this, because this is, it was almost like important to you to not quit, right? It was kind of like, I'm not quitting. It doesn't matter. Like maybe you were training for a marathon or something like that, and you got a foot injury, and then it rained for 2 weeks, and whatever it was, right? You have one obstacle after another, and it's kind of like, but you kept showing up because you were like, this is something I really want. I'm going to keep moving forward. And you knew intuitively that if you just kept showing up, even in the smallest way, every single day, you would find the success that you're looking for. You also have a new romantic cycle begins, and confidence is your key to success. There's your energy, Leo. Yes, I feel like for some of you, this is perhaps a romantic situation, okay? But it doesn't really have to be. With this, it can, the romantic cycle begins. It can be just a cycle of truly loving your life, loving what you've created, loving everything about yourself, and it's not about looking in the mirror and just loving the way that you look. Although, Leo, you're always so attractive, right? But it's kind of like looking deep inside of yourself. I feel like, for some of you, like maybe you've gone on a journey of, a weight loss or overcoming a health issue or something like that. It's kind of like you showed up every day, and therefore this is working out in your favor. It's almost that snowball effect, right? There's a big, it's kind of like a big boulder, but it's kind of like the snowball effect, where because you worked every single day, eventually you knew that this would snowball into something that is fabulous. Wow. Okay, so your hard work is paying off. The Page of Cups and letting go. Yeah, letting go of the obstacles, letting go of the mindset, perhaps, that, I feel like there's a little bit of this mindset of you may be getting kind of tired. Like, how many more times do I have to do this? How many more days do I have to show up before this snowballs into what it is that I really and truly want? But it is about closing the doors, okay, on anything. See, these doors are closed. Closing the doors on anything that's distracting you. It's kind of like you're at the end of a long race, right? And say you're in the lead and your focus, right, is, I'm not a runner, but a coach would tell you is to look like even past the finish line, right? Keep your focus on where you're going, right? Keep your speed, keep your, in fact, a lot of times you sprint at the end, right? Keep your focus on where you're going. Okay, don't turn around and look, oh, is there somebody coming around my shoulder or anything like that? It's kind of like, okay, I got to close off the distractions right here, right? I have to give myself this little extra push of love, knowing that the universe is here for me, that this is going to manifest in my favor. I just have to stay with it just a little bit longer. Oh my goodness, yes. Yeah, it's been a long journey. You have the 9 of Wands and then the Fool. A new fresh start is beginning. Yes, because I feel like you're coming into that sense of knowing that this is going to work out for you, right? That you've done this not for anybody else. You've done this for you. Whatever this is. And then you have the Moon card. Yeah. 3 of Pentacles. It's coming together for you, and you knew this all along. Yes. The Moon card is knowing that the divine is working behind the scenes to help you on this path, right? Whatever it is, because it's something that you really, really and truly wanted. You have the Magician here, right? It's something that you've really wanted. All right, so let's take a look at your obstacle, your area of resistance. Work through your fears. Yeah. Okay, so the message I'm getting is that perhaps in the past, right? Just when we're about to cross the finish line, right? We can lose our focus, right? And there's sometimes that fear of, oh my goodness, am I really going to see this through? Is this really going to happen for me? Some of you, if this is like crossing the finish line of something huge, like stepping truly into a new world, okay? So you might find fame, you might get married, you might become pregnant, right? Like you're stepping into a new chapter after a very long time of trying to get there, right? It's kind of like working through your fear of here at the very last moment, you're kind of like, I don't know, is it really going to happen? And, you know, sometimes our ego can step in and say, well, Leo, you know, do you really want this? I know you've been working on this for a long time, but is this really what you want? You know, your life is going to change once you cross that finish line. It's stepping away from those fears, right? Saying, okay, wait a minute, I'm slamming the door on those fears and I'm just staying right on track. You know, this might be a really good time for you to, if you don't already have a vision board, or if you do, to revisit that vision board, maybe even 3-4 times a day, right? Create a vision board. What is on the other side of that finish line? Like keeping your focus on it. You know, they're showing me a calendar too. You know, like, you know, on the calendar, every day that you show up and you put time, energy, effort, whatever it is, into this situation, manifesting it from a very positive situation, not thinking about, I don't have this, but getting into the feeling of knowing that you're crossing the finish line, envisioning, right? That psychology of envisioning yourself winning the race. And spending some time doing that, like really putting yourself in that energy, raising your vibration. Don't allow your fears to drop your vibration, because this is spectacular. Yeah, Page of Pentacles, friends and colleagues, you know, people coming together to help you at the very end if you need some help. You know, sometimes we do at the very end. I know, a while ago, I lived in a little historic town, and I had refurbished, renovated a 200-year-old home. And so we were asked to be on the town's, like, you know, tour of homes or whatever, you know, and it was kind of a big thing in that town. It's a small town, but it was kind of a big thing. And at the very end, I mean, I was just really exhausted trying to get the house ready for this. And at the very end, you know, there was this moment where I just ran outside. I mean, this is like an hour before the tour began. And I just, you know, kind of like my neighbors were all out and everything. I just ran out and I was like, all hands on deck. And everybody came in and just started, you know, just helping, not even asking, what can I do? They just knew, okay, whatever needed to be done, they just did it, right? And I feel like there's this little bit of an energy, and it was a great tour. I mean, I want to say they really and truly did help. You may have felt like for a very long time you've been on this path for yourself, by yourself, toiling away, right? And kind of how I felt. And your friends and colleagues, this is your area of resistance. You're kind of fearful of asking for help here at the very end. Don't let your pride get in the way, you know, because confidence is your key. Knowing, that this oh my goodness. I think for some of you, this really could be like a partner, like, you know, a romantic partner. It's understanding that you want something that is long-term committed, you know, taking action on what you value, right? And putting your time and energy into it. And perhaps asking friends and family, you know, for your help to help you to cross the finish line, however that is. For some of you, maybe you're getting married because we're kind of in the summer season here in the Northern Hemisphere. So it's kind of like wedding season. And maybe you're scrambling around, right? Trying to get ready for the wedding, or perhaps, you're about to have a baby or something. And there's this energy of there are people around you that are willing to help you to cross this finish line, to have the success that you are looking for in this situation. Wow, beautiful energy. Okay, so let's take a look at your advice. 7 of Pentacles. Decide where you're putting your time, your energy, your positive thinking, right? And closing the door on things that are not in alignment with what it is that you want. A time to give rather than take, and behind a mask. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to clarify the behind the mask. I think what you're doing is you're hiding your own feelings about this at this time. It's like, go ahead and get giddy about it, right? It's like, get into that energy of just knowing this is going to come. Yeah, you're just so fearful. It's not going to happen. So watch your words at this time, okay? And because your words create your reality. So if you're saying or you're thinking, okay, this can't happen for me, even though you're so close to the end, right? This can't happen for me. Something's going to happen. Something's going to, another obstacle is going to pop up on my path or whatever, right? So the problem is that you're not giving, okay? Because we have a time to give rather than take. It's about giving all of your time, energy, love, resources, whatever it is here at the end, taking off the mask and saying to the universe, okay, this is really what I want. I'm giving all I have to this last little bit. This is the sprint. This is sprinting to the finish line, right? The sun is waiting on the other side of that. It is time to, you've come through all of, the difficulties. King of Pentacles, you may have invested quite a bit into this, either in time or resources, toiling away, because it's something that is really near and dear to your heart. Whether this is a project, a career, a singing career or something like that, or a relationship. Yeah, your fear of it ending is being healed. When you step into your positive energy, just keep your energy high as you possibly can at this time. Oh my goodness. And then the 4 of Wands. Yeah. I think for some of you, this is a relationship, or taking a relationship to the next level or to the next chapter. Wow, really beautiful. All right, let's pull a soul truth card for you, Leo. And I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. Let's see what we have here. To where does my soul want to travel? Yes, and it's about staying focused on that, right? Where's my, it's about staying focused on that. Where does your soul want to travel? And allowing yourself to say no to any distractions that take you off that path. When we travel, we grow. When we open up our little worlds to more adventure, thrills, patience, understanding, trust, and oneness, our hearts and minds expand and our desires are satisfied. Where is your soul calling you to visit? Yes. And I think where you're being called to visit is the finish line in this situation, right? Like crossing over the threshold of this and saying to yourself, yes, I did it. Wow, beautiful energy. All right, well, Leo, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you so much love and light in this situation and all your situations. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.